to welcome everyone to this edition of Cassette Country Conversations. We are here with the incomparable T. Graham Brown. He's our country soul man, and we are so excited that he's going to come to Newberry Opry House on September 11th. That's on a Friday night. Get your tickets, and we will have a ball, y'all. T. Graham, man, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Getting
That
ready,
is so wonderful.
getting ready to do the Opry. A couple of shows tomorrow night. Carrie Underwood's going to be there, so it's going to be fun.
Oh,
So I'm just doing my
that is
thing.
fantastic. Speaking of the Opry, no one was more thrilled for anyone as I was when you were invited to become the next member of the Grand Ole Opry. That induction night was one of the most special nights I know of your life and your career. Can you tell me what you were feeling before you walked out on that sacred circle?
Oh, I was feeling great. I was really feeling great for Sheila too. We're
Yes,
we're a team, and
yes.
having her there and then having her come out on stage was awesome. But I've been going out there for 40 years, so um,
Yes.
I, I I was okay. I had stood in that circle at that time close to 400 times, and it's we're up to about 500 now. So
What a blessed night it was to be able to share that with your best friend, Miss Sheila. You know, there wouldn't be a T. Graham without her. I know how much you care for her and love her, and she's your solid ground. I know that she is, and it's such a blessing to have her, and I'm so thankful for her. And I want to talk a little bit about what you're doing now. I saw you backstage at the Opry with Becky and Ben Isaacs,
yeah,
and you call him Big Wally, and he is
big Wally.
producing Big Wally, and
Yeah.
he is producing your gospel album with Gaither Music, and we are so excited that you're having that opportunity. How's that coming along? When do we expect that to be coming out?
Well, firstly, I really thank Gaither for
Mm-hmm.
having some faith in me, and Ben has worked with Gaither on some past projects,
Mm-hmm.
so he's doing a great job. I saw him Wednesday night in our dressing room at the Opry, and he held his phone up to my ears and let me listen to a couple of songs, and I think it's coming great. Got some more work to do on it, but not a whole lot of work left. So much has been done,
Great.
and I'm really, really tickled about that because I know it's going to be a very
Mm-hmm.
cool record. Ben and the Gaither people too have said that it's not like anything else that they've ever done before. So I'm glad of that. It's kind of it's kind of almost a R&B gospel record. So I mean, it's got horns on it, and
Absolutely.
it's it's going to be great. I know Ben's doing a wonderful job.
And what I love most about it, like you said, they said this is unlike anything they've ever done before. Well, when T. Graham Brown puts his stamp on it, it's going to be distinctive and unique. And
Well,
the
I try.
absolute, yeah, absolutely. And speaking of that, you call Ben Big Wally. Well, I love nicknames too. And I know everybody calls you his Teenus. But me personally, I want to call you T Bird. And I want to tell you why. That special day that you got to ride shotgun with George Jones to lunch in his silver Thunderbird. Was that surreal? I mean, is that image still emblazoned in your mind, riding down the road shotgun with the possum?
Oh man, that was great. But let me correct you. It was a
Okay.
it was a silver Lincoln.
Well,
So
well,
you
then your
you
name's
might have
going to
to
be Lincoln.
call me L Bird
We'll do
or
Elbert.
something.
I could have sworn you said a Thunderbird. So I said, T Bird, that's what it's all about right there. I love it. I appreciate you so much. I saw you back in the 90s here in Spartanburg at Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium on the Triple T tour. It was with you and Travis Tritt and Tanya Tucker. Y'all put a fantastic show on. And one thing that I am so excited for you about is that God has blessed you with one of the most unique voices ever. You have been able to sing country and now gospel on this upcoming gospel album that we can't wait for. And I want to tell you how much I'm so excited about the Memphis to Muscle Shoals album, your 60s soul album that you recorded with a lot of the great soul music heroes. And that to me is like a flagship project. I know that you've waited a long time to do that. How did that idea come about and the process of it? Was it just one of the highlights of your career?
Well, I grew up in the 60s with a
Mm-hmm.
transistor radio glued to my ear, and
Yes.
this was before FM. And I listened to all kinds of music. I grew up in Georgia, and
Mm-hmm.
I listened to all kinds. I would lay in my bed and get up under the covers when I was little and just scroll through the AM dial very slowly. And you could pick up stations from New York and
Mm-hmm.
Chicago and New Orleans and Nashville and Atlanta and all over the place. And they all played different kinds of music. And I always liked soul music. Otis Redding was from about 70 miles from where I grew
Yes.
up. And um, I just always wanted to do a soul music record. I mean, my whole life, and finally the opportunity presented itself. So
Mm-hmm.
we went down to Fame Recording Studios in Muscle Shoals, where a lot of those soul
Oh,
records were
yes.
recorded, and I cut 14 1960s soul songs that were either originally recorded in Memphis or
Yeah,
originally recorded in Muscle Shoals. That's why we call it From Memphis to Muscle Shoals. And,
absolutely.
it was crazy. I wasn't going to have any duets on it. That never even crossed my mind. And I was talking to Dwight Yoakam, and he asked me what I've been up to. And I told him, and he said, "Did you cut a song called I'm Your Puppet?" And I said, "Yeah, man. Matter of fact, I did." He said, "Can I sing on it?" And I went, "Heck yeah, you can sing on it." So
Yeah.
I sent we've been friends since 1985. So I
Mhm.
sent the tracks out to Hollywood out there where he lives, and
Right.
he he did a duet. He put his voice on there for a duet, and then he went back and sang harmony on everything, which is
Oh,
a pretty big job. And
yeah.
he's a perfectionist, and when he got it finished, he sent it to me, and I listened to it, and I thought, man, this is great. Maybe I ought to call up Tanya. And so I
Yeah.
called Tanya, and then I called Winona and
Hmm.
Sammy Hagar and Delbert McClinton and
Yeah.
all these people. Sam Moore from Sam and Dave. I think that might have been the last thing he did, and Little
Hmm.
Anthony from Little Anthony and the
Yeah.
Imperials, and we cut a song called "Knock on Wood" that
Yeah.
Eddie Floyd and I think Steve Cropper wrote,
Hmm.
and he and Eddie Floyd had the hit on it, as an artist. So it was great getting him to sing a duet with me on "Knock on Wood" down there in Muscle Shoals, and so anyway, I got it turned into 11 duets, and
That's
it was really it turned out probably better than I thought it was going to, and the coolest thing was, I've never had a number one album in my career. And so when it came out, it was number one blue. It debuted at number one on the blues album chart. So that was really cool. And yeah, to get to keep doing what I love to do is record. I have my Sirius
hmm
XM show that I just signed up for another year last week. And it's
yay.
I think we're in our 8th year maybe of that. So we've been doing that a long time, and then we get the bus out and load up the band and go out and do shows. And I get to be in a movie every now and then. There's a movie coming out, I guess, in a couple of months. I think it's supposed to, that I had a pretty good part
Good.
in, and so I do. I go to the Opry all the time.
Hmm
You know, like I said, we were there Wednesday night, and we're going to be there
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night for both shows. And Carrie Underwood's going to be there, so I know it'll be sold out. And um, I just have fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
The thing of it is, if I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't be doing this. I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't have to, so I just do because
Oh,
God has blessed Sheila and I, so
yes.
we don't really do anything we don't want to do. If something comes in and we want to do it, we do it. If not, we just pass on it. And so that's a nice, a nice place to be too.
Yes, it is. And for me personally, I can't thank you enough for making one of my dreams come true, for me to be able to talk with one of my musical heroes. I'm telling you, everything from Darlene to Tell It Like It Used to Be to Moonshadow Road to all the hits and the albums that you put out. I mean, like I told you, you're my country soul man jam. And I am so thankful that God has blessed you with a multifaceted, decades long career. I mean, you're like a five-fold artist. You are a singer, you're a songwriter, you're an actor, and you're a TV jingles commercials man. I mean, 57, not 79.99. I didn't care if I was hungry or not. When that come on, T said, go get you a taco. So I went. I mean, God has blessed you, honestly, in
I
my
think,
opinion, with one of the most unique voices ever.
I think above and beyond all that is I try to be a witness for God and
Yes,
try to ex- grow the kingdom, and
yes,
that's really that's our main job. Sheila and I,
yes,
uh, our personal little ministry is to uh,
yes,
help people with addiction and to
yes,
educate people about mental illness, and that's what we really like doing.
yes. And with that being said, we've invited the Lord into the room. And I thank God for you and Sheila and your ministry and the whole team there at T. Graham Brown. And if I go first and you remain, I want to be inside the gates of heaven when you come in. And I'm going to tell you why. God blessed you with your testimony song that you sing every night to be a witness to the saving power of Jesus Christ. Wine into water. And I can just imagine, and if you will, just go with me in your mind as you come in and all the throng of people start coming towards you, thanking you for your testimony and how your song and how your blessing of sharing it helped to heal them from addiction. And I just see all of us, me included, just turning toward the throne and just saying, you know, Lord, you reached out to us and you turned our wine into water because we reached out to you. And that has an eternal impact that will forever be one of the greatest things that you
I'm
have
gonna
ever
be there.
done.
I'm gonna be there, baby.
Amen. I know you are, and I can't wait. And I just appreciate you so much. This is a dream come true for me. And we cannot wait to see you at the Newberry Opry House Friday, September the 11th in Newberry, South Carolina. Get your tickets now because a good time will be had by all. Mr. T. Graham Brown, our country soul man's going to be in the house. We love you, T. Graham. Love to Miss Sheila and love to Kim and the whole T. Graham Brown team. May God forever bless all of you in every way possible.
Well,
Thank
thank
you
you,
so
and
much for
God
this
bless you, and God
opportunity.
bless you too, and everybody that's hearing and watching this. And we're gonna come to the big city, baby,
Yes, we
downtown,
are.
downtown. T.
Dad.
Graham Brown, we're gonna be there,
Yes, we are.
and I
I
guarantee,
appreciate it so much.
I promise that everybody that comes is gonna leave happy.
Always. And may every conversation you have be filled with light, love, and laughter. We love you, T. Graham Brown.
Thank you,
See
honey.
you then. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.